Those sheets were nice. I don't know what it's right
I know, but that's what it said.
What were they?
35.
35
Yeah,
for a set?
yeah. Probably could have got cheaper on Amazon, but I wanted them today.
Right. I would. I wonder what it would cost me, but I don't do well with fitted. With the pillow top, you know, that thick mattress. It's hard to find one that hangs on.
Be a fitted. You gotta just get them thick enough.
Like, yeah, they got thick ones, right?
Have them long, like 13 inches.
Right.
God,
I'd love to have a set.
Standard.
Huh?
Standard is thick. They're thick nowadays.
Yeah.
Mattresses. Oh, that was like a foot. You need a foot long.
I need a foot.
Like 13 inches. Not mine said 9 to 13 inches.
9 to 13.
Yeah.
So it would fit mine that length.
Yeah.
I wonder how much the set queen.
They're like 40, 50. Yep, that's how it goes. I see you guys come through. You don't leave likes. You guys are just a bunch of ungrateful punk brats. I don't even know why you follow me. I'm just kidding. But appreciate you coming through. It's just a quick stream. I got this new mic, seeing how it works. Whoever's out there, just leave a like, man. Show a little respect. No, I'm just kidding. No, but thanks for stopping by. Whoever's out there. I know it's late. Happy Labor Day if you're in the States. Yes, it is officially Labor Day for majority of the states. Here on the West Coast, we still have 45 minutes. All right, there goes that person. He's like, screw this asshole. But yeah, I'm an amateur streamer, amateur vlogger. Been trying the last few years, having some good, I have some good videos out there. I got to organize them better, the playlists and so forth. But man, if you guys came, most of y'all came through that one viral repost I made about the Splash Mountain gal having a panic attack. A lot of you think I'm an asshole for putting it, but to be honest, I think I'm public shaming in that regard. I mean, if our generation is that weak, can't handle the Disneyland ride, come on. And also, do not jump off a ride. That's way more panic invoking and anxiety. If you're that type of person that's going to jump off a ride in mid ride, like, or you could have been somebody that just wanted attention and just kind of like jumped off the ride for adventure. And I get that point. A lot of people think I should have blurred her face out or something, but it's like you were in the most highly filmed and photographed place in the world, Disneyland. Literally, I think it's like the most photographed place in the whole world. Um, I think there's data to prove that. But anyway, yeah, I guess I'm a scumbag for that one. But no, yeah, it went viral. Got about 10,000 followers just on that short there, or reel. What do they call them? Yeah, on here, YouTube Shorts. So anyway, so yeah, I'm just ranting and raving, figuring out how to cut and post, do things. So come, I'd like to see you join me sometime, huh? Retouch on. Oh wow, does it make the grays go away? So we got retouch on. I guess I'm all right still with retouch off. Retouch on's a little bit. I guess the blemishes kind of recede a bit. But still, between AI and all these filters, I don't meeting people online. If you're going for looks and stuff, be ready to be deceived when you meet them in real life. That's all I'm saying. Learn the differences, or hopefully really love their personality. But to me, dating online and meeting people online since the Tinder days and all that still is still kind of weird to me. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten too lucky on Tinder. But I don't know. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Tinder and that whole online quick stuff. Not a big fan. Never been like a one night stand kind of dude. I'm more real, I guess. I love a real connection, and I think that's the only real get off. I feel ashamed for people that think that physical just interaction is so something, but no, there's a whole nother layer to it uh, when you're doing it right. And I feel bad for the ones that think and hookup culture is great because it's really empty, sad. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Wait, you're at least one. What the heck? But anyway, it says you need at least 1 minute to because I'm doing these cuts here live, which seems kind of convenient. it's contradicting itself. It says you need at least a minute to upload a short, and then it says we just uploaded a 45-second short. So okay, that doesn't really make sense. Uh, but yeah, there's this little clip button right here inside the app on my view, and I can just conveniently upload these 45-second shorts of me ranting. So let's see if this could be a new strategy. At least 1 minute of content is needed to create a short when I press this button. And then, all right, at least 1 minute. So I guess I'm couple seconds shy of a minute. All right, a minute. Wow, thank you for the like. Finally, we got a like up in here. Tsunami, ayo, what's up? What's up? Just kind of a 49-second short was uploaded. So that's a lot. It's like you need a minute, but you need 45 seconds. Tsunami, bit. What you doing, man? How you doing? Where you from? How's it going? Can you hear me all right? Got this mic, man. It's just as good as the DJI, and I could totally EQ it. You can totally EQ after this. Probably get a podcast ready after if I was to make a good 4K video and then upload it into DaVinci or something, and then go to the Fairlight section, mess with the EQs and the kind of the effects, reverb a little bit, make this sound totally radio. But I don't know if I'm speaking too close to it, too far, if I can just leave it hanging right here. If I leave it right here, can you hear it? Can you hear me? Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really impressed. This thing was 20 bucks. I did buy a DJI when they first, the DJI 2 allowed you to hook up natively to your phone. I have an iPhone 13, and it's quite cumbersome. It says you could do it with Bluetooth, and it's not the case. This one I have to use a little dongle, but it works. When I press the button, it's on. It works. I think battery life might be an issue, but I don't know. So far, so good. And it came with 2 microphones, so I can interview and stuff. So, but that's awesome, man. Thank you for chiming in, Tsunami. And anyway, where are you at? What you doing? You happen to be in the States doing Labor Day weekend or tsunami? Tsunami. I got battery, it looks like. I need to get my internet back. I've had regular internet down from T-Mobile. Awesome, man. I haven't been up northeast at all, to be honest, and I can't wait to do at least Manhattan one of these days. Hopefully, I hear it's really expensive to do, but wintertime, man, they say is beautiful. It's like I want to create my Christmas movie, in New York. You ever go down south to this? I'm sure you do. But are you Buffalo Bills fan? You ever go down to the city though? How far is upstate life compared to Manhattan? Manhattan life. I guess New York, New York. Oh yeah, I love the dad. I'm a big Jerry fan. My dad wasn't. It wasn't like through my parents. I found it on my own. Although my aunt and uncle were true hippies back in the '60s, true San Francisco runaways. It was just part of it. 150 miles. Oh, okay. So about probably what's that gonna be like a 3-hour drive? 3-hour drive or so. For us around California, about 550 miles is like an hour away. You do 50, you're going 50 miles somewhere. It's like, damn, dude. Yeah, you're more of a deadhead than me. I never got to see Jerry either, so that makes me. I was alive at least when Jerry was here, so that's kind of a rare stat. Wow, yeah, 95 being the real end, but yeah, Jerry, man, I just love. I can hear his soul and his soothing way of. I guess I call it a gospel, really, of Americana and life. And you hear it so tenderly in his voice and his playing, and to have that kind of lead melodic style, it was so unique, and I think it's still growing. There ain't no fake deadheads. If they're following Dead and Cold, they love the culture. They're doing shakedown. Obviously, a lot of things have gotten so corporate. It's a lot about the money, but to me, it's also a lot about success too. But the true lore, the coming of, I love the '70s. I love Donna. I love listening to Donna in the background. I love me a Donna in the background. But the formative years, to me, have the most interesting. Although they say '88 was the best year for heads, that's when I was born. No, '89, they say '89. '89 was a great year. But man, that's awesome. 70 shows. Yeah, I did a couple of Dead and Co. I was trying to do the 60th. I did some I got a couple shows up. I have a playlist uploaded for Sphere, the first year of Sphere. So I got a lot of random stuff there. But I am an amateur. I had a good tool for a second that was a lens, but you put mileage on that thing, and they just like the lens is good. It's made out of crystal, but the closure that I use as my phone case is now broke. But interesting. I lived in Nashville, and Billy Strings was going like kind of coming up. Really, that's like 2018, 2019, right before the pandemic. And I actually kayaked with Denmark with his mandolin player, and he's all telling me about this cat Billy Strings, his brother. And I'm just like, I am being a lame California. I'm back home in California, and I'm talking to this girl on the phone like I'm some asshole, like not being, when I was literally hanging out with Billy Strings, is like I was like 2 degrees away from Billy, and and I also, what's up? Yeah, I'm talking, and I also got yeah, Billy. I also met Sierra Farrell during the yeah, Denmark Walker. Yeah, I met his brother, like literally drinking beers with just him, his two of his friends, and an old cat that invited me. And I also hung out this very exclusive Sierra Farrell, Sierra Elizabeth Farrell. I know y'all know her. Man, she it was crazy. I was just smoking a cigarette. About 30 people at her birthday party. It was very intimate, but she was kind of tipsy, and but very friendly. She was telling me about how her tour got canceled because of COVID, and to me, she was just another musician in Nashville trying to make it. I was so ignorant, but I was at a double shared birthday party um, at the local veterans bar, and she shared time with me. A gentleman was talking with her, and she gave me like she started talking to me, and then the gentleman walked away. Like, all right, Sierra obviously feeling this guy. Some I don't know. I think I like gave her a cigarette. Maybe she wanted a cigarette, something, but she walked. She needed just some space, and I was on a bench just smoking a cigarette, and yeah, we talked for a good 5 minutes at least, solid, and then when she sung a couple songs on stage, and she had to stop mid set because she was just a little tipsy. And I should have been more gentlemanlike. I let her go halfway down the stage before I realized I should have grabbed her hand and helped her off stage. But we're in a different time now. You can't even hold a door open for a woman without. And I was just interested in her as a fellow musician. And she is pretty. She has a very unique look. But man, to just realize within that year she was the Grammy Musician of the Year act or something blows my mind. And she's selling out arenas. To quite frankly, to put it frank, I think I might have had a chance with her that night. I'm not joking, but she was feeling me in some kind of way. But yeah, that's my Sierra Farrell. Nashville was neat, but oh wow, it's Bonnie, huh? Up DRI. Okay, okay. I mean Bonnie, man. She's a slide woman, man. She rocks that slide. But Yeah, man, going to shows is what's all about. I need to get. I'm trying to see Nine Inch Nails in September. If I can get out and see Nine Inch Nails, I'm really a big fan of Trent. Oh yeah, absolute legend. You guys support our legends and see him as much as you can. I almost got a chance to see Bob Dylan and Willie, uh, this Outlaw Fest, and Billy was there. I fell in. My cousin made it out though. He made it out, and he's in North Carolina now, which I have my eye on North Carolina. Yeah, I bet Nine Inch Nails is like Trent, like that sound. I grew up on that sound, and I love it. And then it means more. Just love it even more. All they resonate. The lyrics makes when you're older, and love. It's kind of like that. The Deep Fall or whatever, like one of his first couple albums, literally talking about suicide, the whole thing. It's crazy, but it's so real. And a lot of vulgar stuff. And to think that he works for Pixar, composing music for Pixar for Disney. The last couple Pixar movies, he was the composition. He was the producer or the composer for the score. And then the new Tron coming out. The new Tron is going to be all Nine Inch Nails soundtracks, so that's going to be interesting. I'm not the biggest Tron. I kind of got into Tron now that like AI world and all this. A big Matrix fan, Terminator, and now we're seeing AI and all this stuff. It's like, man, all the movies warned us about this, and it's actually happening right in front of us. Robots, and then we got the Tesla. I rented. I rented a rental car. I mean a premium electric. I was thinking I was picking up a Tesla, but it was a Polestar. But it kind of got me into the culture, and I get it. Charging for 30 minutes is kind of crazy sometimes. But the Tesla, yeah, there's a Tesla diner in Sunset Boulevard. I want to go there and make some content. I hear the food's terrible. They got some protesters have a big inflatable like of him doing this. But me myself, I'm not. I don't really. I think the guy's brilliant. He went to space. I really don't understand the politics and the buddy buddiness. I don't really get involved with politics. To me, the man's the man. I don't care who's in office. It's like the man is the man. I'm just a hippie that way, I guess. But although rock the vote has been, Bob Weir wants us all to vote and everything, and I think it's a good thing. So it's good to feel like you have a voice in that regard. But yeah, I don't know how we start talking about politics. That's about as deep as I go with that. Just kind of showing like, no, I'm politically ignorant. I just want love for all, good things for all, and I love music. I think music brings the people together. So it's like things are crazy right now. I mean, we got just day laborers and farmers and people that just work being snatched up violently and kind of, quite frankly, just humiliating. I mean, and it's just purely obvious how much they're needed here in the farming industry and everything. And just it's not all criminals. Just because illegal immigration is considered a crime, you can't call everybody a criminal. Like that's not the kind of criminal. That's not the kind of criminal. PRS guitar. And look, dude, this is funny. Uh, It gave me a warning about that comment. I got a PRS guitar, but I can't play for. I guess because the S word. Maybe it's like big deal. That's awesome. PRS. You know what they do? There is a fun running joke though that says PRS, like acronym something piece of shit guitar. But I don't know. Those things are great. That's awesome. It's all yeah. PRS is. I have an Epiphone that's mimicking a double cutaway PRS because I can't afford a PRS. I'm liking those D'Angelicos. They got the guitar line back. I guess they're an old school, but they've been around, but then went strings for a while and then came back about 10, 15 years ago. And they got it. They're based in New York. D'Angelico. Oh, 500 is a great price. D'Angelico and Bob Weir has a couple. He endorses them, or what's the proper word? He's endorsed by them, or he stands by the product. And we know Bob Weir is a very unique player. Um, but the aesthetics of the guitars are very beautiful. To me, my favorite, the best guitar, most versatile, that's Strat all the way. Telly's, I'm a fan, Strat Telly, but also my first guitar was a Les Paul, so I love Les Pauls. But as I've grown, I've gotten more. You want to play up in the higher register of a guitar when you're kind of going more solo melodies and so forth. But Les Paul is such a great working horse guitar. It just does what you need, and it's so stylish too. But I do love my double cutaway. Yeah, it's hard to get your hands on a real one because even you can get a Fender even, and they're just the cheapy Fenders. They'll still even give you cheapy. The Player Series at least. I think those still gonna run you $1,000 for a Player Series. But if you can get something vintage, something with some feel, and it's 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 flies. It's just the way the fret feels on your hand, the fretboard, and the strings are just so there. I used to hate it too. I used to think they were too slinky when I first started, but it's the feel. The feel of a Strat is just amazing, and it's just so versatile. I think the next I haven't been in bands in for years and man, so many years. But I think the next one's gonna be kind of like go up on stuff I grew up on. Keep it simple, punk rock, more drum forward. Everybody's playing their role, and I think I can do that. I've been wanting to do some dead, but I want some top notch music. I want a top notch Donna. I have somebody in mind, but not quite ahead, which is hard because you can have people that can play dead music, but it goes further. You really got to be a deadhead to also be accepted. Might be able to get away with one musician in the band, but for the most part, people have to have been there, if you know what I mean, to be respected on stage. But I think if you got a good forwardness with your Jerry, at least with a nice Jerry, which I'd love to do, and sing and have a nice keyboardist, like same relationship that John and uh, what's his name right now, great, the silver hair, Chet Chameri, Chet. But anyway, you spoke about Les Pauls. I was thinking about beautiful gold top. Yeah, I mean, to me, Jimmy Page, the best, funnest looking guitar, but just kind of heavy for what they are. And tellies are like a short surfboard. I mean, strats. Tellies have that good flat picking sound though. If you want to do that country, and I've never been much of a slide guitarist. I can pull off the slide feels with my fingers, and it feels more. But the slide complete feel like to be Tedeschi trucks feel on the slide would be amazing. But man, very nice talking with you, Tsunami. My phone looks like it's about to die. You might have checked out. Over there, it's got to be what, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Appreciate it, but nice talking with you, my man. Definitely, definitely seen Jerry and been to that many shows. It's an honor for me, another head, especially East Coast, because I know y'all East Coasters are pretty passionate. East Coast deadheads, Northeast Coast deadheads, or something. The master of the Telly Roy Buchanan. Okay, yeah, dirt trucks is just like he makes that thing cry. And I'm like, it's you think it's people that don't play and they think, oh, you just grab the slide. No, the slide is so much finesse and so much. You got to be right there, and you got to just be like that vibrato. If you're gonna try to pull that stuff out, you got to be in there. And of course, open tuning. I can do me a good look basic. But if I'm gonna go slide, I'd rather just get me a pedal steel and just really learn how to do the pedal steel because I love, old school Hawaiian music uses it, and then country, obviously. But it's funny, growing up and going to Hawaii to visit family members, they all listen to country music. It was something I thought was very interesting, but it makes sense. The slide guitar is a very soothing sound, and it's almost like old school fifties, rock, shake, rattle, and roll. um, Hawaiian music. Which now Hawaiian music is now turned into what's called Hawaiian. It's basically like reggae, sublime reggae with a little bit of, you know, listen to him playing with fish. Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard a couple of connections. I can't believe Trey and John. That was their first time jamming on the 60th. I didn't realize that. I'm a fan of Trey. Not a big fan of the whole fish scene. I wish it was a little closer to. You still got Shakedown and all that, but the people are a little different. And I just when Trey does his solo band stuff, sounds great. I'm just not into what's the bass player's name, but the bass player's style is just kind of. I need a little bit more funk involved. I like white string cheese, widespread panic, um, fish. I'll get into a fish. They're always so expensive. I don't know how they pull it off. Like when fish came to the sphere, it was like I think $1,000 last minute tickets for like cheap. I was crazy though. I think because I was looking at it last minute, but I still think they were like $300, $400 tickets at the Sphere, and I was able to cop like $190 tickets for Dead and Company, and then they had Wizard of Oz recently playing, and they made it like an interactive experience. Yeah, so I have a place in Vegas, not my own, but my friend has a condo, and have a room there basically reserved for me when I'm out there. So, but I was out there for the first year, basically doing shakedown from for the first day all the way to the last. And yeah, I got a playlist on the yeah. What day did you go? What well, maybe it was one of the show. I only made it in a couple shows. I got a poster. Went and got a couple posters on days I didn't even go. Yeah, Old Town. Okay. Yeah, Fremont. Is that what you mean? Man, to stay at the Tuscany though was a rager. 6/8/20. Yeah, I think that was the show. It was June. It might have been 20th, June 20th. Yeah, it was a full moon. I like full moon shows. Yeah, Fremont's the best place. Best bang for your buck. It's fun and everything's a walk away. As far as I'm concerned, the strip is a waste of money. It's a tourist trap. It's fun to drive through, take a couple drives, drive through it through the night, see the Bellagio, do a couple free things. Definitely don't gamble. Don't rely on free drinks there. They want it's all corporation now. So, but I definitely have gotten my wheels in Vegas the last couple years. When I go, I stay for months at a time. So I'll probably be here. I was planning on being there for week one for NFL. So probably not going to happen. Probably gonna wait because I have to do a couple help my dad with a few surgeries that he has coming up that are require a driver because there's eyes. So it's eyes cataracts. So I have to stick around, help him with that, and then I'll probably be back in Vegas when it cools down a little bit, probably November-ish, And yeah, looking forward to some Halloween action too. Just- I'm looking for things to cool down. And it's been hot across all the states I've been here. Fuck and Wayne. Oh wow, dude. Yeah, I mean that's as Vegas as it gets, right? Wayne Newton. Gosh, and I heard of this legendary show. It was like in the '60s. The Dead. It was Santana and the Dead. Can you imagine? But I guess they didn't have much luck after. They didn't do much in Vegas, I think, for a while. In Nashville, I think he didn't like. He lost the guitar in Nashville, as the story goes, and Jerry just hated Nashville. But yeah, man, I bet good Wayne Newton in Vegas. It's basically next best thing to seeing the Brat Pack or Elvis, I guess. You know, to be honest, really, those are the big names for the big, that turned it into an entertainment, like musical acts. You got Rat Pack, Elvis, Wayne, Wayne Newton. Who's the, there's one more too that kind of. So I hope that still works. Pressed the wrong button, but there's another big name you think about. Oh yeah, you know it. And those were the good days. They say that's when those were the heydays when the mob actually ran Vegas. Way more hospitality. Like here, yeah, they still offer you a free drink, but they got it down to a science. So it feels like they know when you're about to get tilted and spend more money, make you wait and go like, all right, well my free drink's coming. But yeah, 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 Sammy Davis, yeah, all the ones that they got roads named after for sure. But they got all these tribute acts now. They're funny. They're talented, but they're getting their money's worth from these performers. Talented guys probably getting because my friend's dad, he was doing the Fremont because you see the three stages on Fremont. My friend's dad was playing on those stages in a rock act once a week, sometimes twice, and they don't pay as much. It's not in. I think Nashville gets paid more, and they only get paid in tips, man. But they're big tips. Like I would see, they're hardworking musicians. Even the ones that are playing top 40 and doing just like downtown, which I don't really consider the real like Billy Strings culture and all that cool stuff coming up, especially when I was there. But they're playing like covers in the modern country, but they're getting tips from these people that are, drinking and just doing the good old thing and just everybody's having fun. People throwing $100 bills in the tip jars and stuff. People are coming all around the world to listen to live music on Broadway in Nashville, and it's something else. It's just you hear rock and roll. You're going down that street, you listen. You're just hearing rock and roll from every direction. I'm going to get going, but I'm looking forward to your next time you go live. Yeah, dude, definitely, definitely. So nice to meet you, man. Appreciate. Yeah, if I would love. Yeah, if I get a good stream going, dude, definitely say hi. Hopefully, you get the notification or something. But definitely nice. So yeah, it's definitely getting late on your side. But you have a good Labor Day tomorrow. And yeah, definitely nice talking with you, my man. Love to hear more about your times and your shows too. You know, I definitely hit 70 shows, dude. I'm sure you got some great stories. So appreciate you tonight, my brother. Thanks for helping me test this out too. And with that, I think I might call it myself for a 41-minute stream. I have no, this is all cell phone data, so I'm concerned, even though it's unlimited, and then they start throttling me. And it gets quite frustrating, but I am getting my regular internet back, and I'm also going to ask them to give me the new rates they're offering to everybody is 55 versus $35. I like 35 better. Yeah, peace, brother. Fare thee well. Fare thee well. I will see you on the flip side. All right, guys. Peace.